Hello friends, this is Dr. Naresh and this is the second video that I spoke about how to protect the lungs during COVID. So to begin with, this is completely based on only my personal experience and it is best always to consult your doctor as soon as any problems or any symptoms develop and kindly follow their advice. The whole purpose of this video is to prevent the public from delaying the treatment and to make them consult their doctors as soon as possible. I could have also made the heading, don't wait till your saturation drops to less than 95%. Please remember, don't wait till the saturation drops less than 95% once you're diagnosed with COVID, because a drop in saturation to less than 95 means the lungs are already 40 to 60% involved. There are few symptoms and signs before the saturation drops that can lead to better management of the disease. So I'll make it easy here and let us proceed on a positive outlook. Nothing to get worried. To start with, it's called KAP. We should all have good knowledge, a good attitude and follow good practices so that we can win over this pandemic. Knowledge is having proper information about the symptoms and the disease. The correct attitude will be, anybody can develop the disease, including me. I shall immediately consult my doctor and take the necessary precautions and follow the advice given to protect my family and myself. This should be the attitude, rather than having an attitude of nothing is going to happen to me, I'm never going to get COVID. Even though you have symptoms, this cannot be COVID because I was not exposed to anybody. We should change this attitude of the public. And the correct practices will be, once the symptoms develop, I shall put on a mask properly, I shall isolate myself, I shall monitor my symptoms, and immediately I will reconsult the doctor if in need. So this is how we go ahead. Now what to monitor? This video is specifically aimed how to reduce or prevent lung damage during COVID. So temperature has to be monitored 6th hourly. Please, the temperature has to be noted down. How is the appetite? This also has to be monitored, whether it progressively reduces from day 1 or it is progressively reducing and then increasing. Next, fatigue and breathlessness, whether it is mild fatigue, moderate or severe. Severe fatigue will prevent you from doing your routine day-to-day activities like using the washroom, putting on your clothes, standing for a long time. If these activities are prevented, that is termed as severe fatigue. Mild fatigue can be there in any viral infection, but severe fatigue is always a problem. And next, the most important thing, 6th hourly monitor your saturation using a pulse oximeter and note it down. It has to be written in a book. See, when to reconsult the doctor? Why I have told reconsult? Because already on day 1, most of them consult the doctor and then they think it's all done. Once symptoms develop, don't be casual about it. When are we going to reconsult the doctor? See, beyond 4 days of the symptoms. How do we take 4 days? If your symptoms are starting on Monday morning, 4 days will be completed on Friday morning. So if any of these symptoms persist beyond Friday morning, then you have to reconsult the doctor. Don't delay by a single day. Anything beyond 4 days, reconsult the doctor. Now, when to get worried? Suppose there is persistent high-grade fever more than 101 into the 5th day, extreme fatigue or tiredness that persists with daily routine activities, severe loss of appetite, they don't feel like eating anything. And the most important thing now here, if the baseline saturation on day 1 and day 2 was 98-99. And let us say after 4 days, the baseline saturation is 94 to 95. This is always a reason for concern. So any of these 4 symptoms happen to persist on day 5, on day 5, please reconsult the doctor. And at any point of time, this all of you are aware, once breathlessness develops or the saturation drops to less than 95%, immediately you have to consult the doctor. Now, why is this important? For this, we need to understand the main problem in the lungs, as I've explained in the previous video, is inflammation and blood clots. The treatment is aimed at giving anti-inflammatory medication to reduce the inflammation and blood thinners to dissolve the blood clots.